Hello, ladies and gentlemen. As you may know, I'm a huge fan of Batman, and that includes the many actors who have portrayed the character over the numerous decades. Yes, I'm even a fan of Ben Affleck, which is why it's kind of bittersweet that he's leaving the role of Batman. Sure, I didn't like the kind of joking Tony Stark-esque nature of Bruce Wayne in Justice League, but I did love him in BVS. And say what you will, there's people who love him, people who hate him, but I thought he was one of the most accurate representations of the character on film. His role of Batman was more dark and brooding, but it resembled the Frank Miller version of Batman. And of course, the fighting mechanics was like seeing an Arkham video game come to life. He represented many elements of Batman that has made the character withstand numerous decades in comics. And I'm going to miss him. So if Ben Affleck truly is out, I decided to reflect upon my favorite moments from Ben Affleck's Batman. Before I continue, I want to give a shout out to Emerald Legacy. Go ahead and check out his channel. He's an amazing kid, has some Minecraft videos. If you're a fan of that stuff, definitely check it out. He has an awesome channel. And Emerald Legacy, thank you for watching my channel. I appreciate it. Going on number 10 would have to be the after credit scene in Suicide Squad. The meeting between Bruce Wayne and Amanda Waller. I love that meeting. It's something so small, but it reminds me of Justice League Unlimited, where he pretty much confronts Waller, wants her to give him information about metahumans, but deep down, Amanda Waller knows that Bruce Wayne is the Dark Knight of Gotham City. And I love the banter between them. I love that Amanda Waller knows that Bruce Wayne is Batman, but then Batman kind of taking that as a little bit of a threat and saying that if your friends cause any more trouble, me and my friends are going to put you down. So it foreshadows a future confrontation. Number 9 is from Justice League, where Batman tells the Flash to save one person. And I love that moment because the Flash is not combat ready. He's not sure what to do. He just pushed people and run away, you know. So he's not familiar with this type of engagement. And then Batman just tells him to save one person and he'll know what to do. And I love that because it shows the heroic side of Batman. It shows you, yeah, you may have fear, but in order to do what's right, you need to do it, and then you know what to do. It'll come naturally. And that's such a great scene between Batman and the Flash. It really shows you Batman's leadership skills. Bruce Wayne taking Flash under his wing and just saying, hey, just save people. That's what we're here for. And I love that moment. Such an underrated moment in Justice League that shows us a lighter, more heroic side of Batman than the one we saw in BVS. Kind of shows us the Batman earlier in his career when Robin was still around, and I like that scene. After that, at number 8 is from Justice League, Self-Sacrifice. I love the moment where they have the final battle, and Batman tries to destroy the shields, goes down and fights the parademons. You have the Danny Elfman score, you have the Batmobile. That whole sequence is just amazing, and Batman would do that. He would self-sacrifice himself for the greater good. He does whatever it takes to defeat evil, to defeat an enemy. And it really shows you the heroic and just tough nature of the Dark Knight. And it's just an amazing sequence. Say what you will about the effects, about the movie, but you cannot deny how amazing and how Batman that scene is. And just added with Danny Elfman's music, it's just icing on the cake. All the way to when Wonder Woman, Cyborg, and Aquaman decide to help him out. It really shows you what Batman will do. And I just love it. It's such an amazing, amazing moment in Justice League. After that, at number 7 is when Deadshot is captured at the beginning of Suicide Squad. It's a small scene, but I love how he just sweeps down with the cape, very much like Michael Keaton in Batman '89. And then that confrontation, you know, Deadshot doesn't want to hurt Batman like he could, but he doesn't want to hurt him in front of his daughter. And it's such a sad scene that Batman has to pretty much arrest Deadshot in front of his daughter. But it shows you that he does not kill, that he's back to arresting people with the bat cuffs, and he just basically wants to do the right thing, even if it is in front of his daughter. So it's a little bit conflicted there. It's like something he doesn't want to do, but just has to be done. And I love that. That is Batman in a nutshell. That is as Batman-esque as you can get from Suicide Squad, and I wish there was more scenes like that with Ben Affleck's Batman. It made me wonder what an entire solo film of his Batman would have been like. Number 6 is from Suicide Squad, and that will be the Joker-Harley chase. I love that chase scene with Joker and Harley Quinn in the Lamborghini, Batman in the Batmobile, then jumping off on the rooftop of the car. That is pretty much like the animated series come to life. It does feel a bit rushed. I wish it was longer, but I just love it. That's as Batman as you can get. Just that one image is just so amazing. And of course, he goes over the edge. Joker's gone. And that scene with Harley Quinn surprised me. I was not expecting him to punch her. That was nuts. All the way down to him trying to save her life and her just kind of messing with him. That whole scene is just Batman incarnate, and what more can I say? After that, at number 5 is the Batmobile Chase from BVS. That's when he's going after KGB's men, Lex Luthor. He's trying to get the kryptonite shipment. I love that. Sure, it's a bit brutal, but you know what? They're kind of like, they kind of met their demise at the cost of their own vices, you know? And I just love that chase. Very much that Batmobile feels like a mixture between the Christian Bale Tumbler and the Tim Burton Batmobile. And yeah, it's a crazy, crazy chase all the way to that ending with Superman interrupting. And I love that ending, you know. He tries to put the brakes, he goes over, and Superman's there. He's just like, the bat is dead. Bury it. Consider this mercy. And he's like, tell me something. Do you bleed? He's like, you will. I love that moment. After that, at number 4 is the Batman nightmarish sequence. This is a future vision he has when he's asleep before he meets Flash, and it's very much like Injustice Gods Among Us meets Apocalypse on Earth. You get to see the Omega sign, Batman looking all Mad Max. And I love the trap that is set for him taking out the men. Yes, he does use a gun, but this is dystopian. I just love it. You see parademons, the Superman militia. That whole sequence is just very well done, all the way to that confrontation with this evil version of Superman. Pretty much Injustice Gods Among Us, but I just love it to where he takes off the cowl and Bruce Wayne's there. Man, that is just an awesome nightmare sequence, and I kind of wish we had a film that explored this element just a bit. It hinted at the future of what could have been with Darkseid. I still think what may be. Who knows, but it's definitely one of my favorite Ben Affleck moments. After that, at number 3 is the scene with Alfred where he decides to go and steal the kryptonite, and he says, the son of a bitch started the war. I love that sequence. It's just like, count the dead, Alfred. And you see this is a jaded, kind of more cynical Batman. He's been through this fight long enough to know, like, this doesn't matter. I've seen what happens. And I have to stop this being, this alien, while I have the chance, while we still may have a chance to defeat him before this, like, future I saw. And I love the tension there. I love how Alfred does not agree with Bruce Wayne's actions and how far Bruce Wayne's gone since the death of Robin. And this scene is just superbly acted by Ben Affleck. Such a crazy scene between him and Alfred. One of my favorite scenes of Ben Affleck's entire run, and definitely one of my favorite scenes of BVS. After that, at number 2 is the BVS, or should I say the Batman-Superman fight. This is straight out of The Dark Knight Returns. I love that armor. I love, like, the different methods he used to go after Superman. And then he's just like, breathe it in. That's fear. He's just like, men are brave. I love that whole fight with the music. Oh, man, Black and Blue. Such a great soundtrack, such a great fight, even to the point where Superman starts healing. He's like punching him and he's just like, oh no, he's gone too far. I love that. All the way to the Martha scene. And yes, that's a misunderstood scene. Sure, it gets a lot of flack, but he realizes not only that Superman's a person that has a mother, he's not this alien force he thought, but also that Batman's gone too far. He's become just like the man who killed his parents. And he kind of also realizes that Lex Luthor manipulated the both of them. But it's such an underrated and misunderstood scene. I really love that scene. I know the Martha scene gets a lot of flack, but that is one scene that really is a crossroads for the Ben Affleck Batman, and that kind of puts him back on the path of redemption that we see at the end of the film onto Justice League. And then after that, for my favorite Ben Affleck Batman moment, it's the Martha warehouse scene. That entire fight scene is probably one of the best, if not the best, Batman fight ever presented on film. This is like an Arkham video game come to life. I love this fight. This is such an insane fight sequence. All the way to like his cowl being bulletproof, the fighting with the gauntlets, him knocking the guy to the wall, all the way to like Anatoly Knyzhov there with Martha. He's like, don't come near her, I kill her, I swear I do it. And he's just like, I believe you. Straight from the Dark Knight Returns comic. But what do you want from Batman? This is the most kick-ass Batman has been in film, and this is a perfect Batman moment in the Ben Affleck Batmans, and it's just a shame that we're not going to get a solo film with this version of Batman. Anyway, those are my top 10 favorite Ben Affleck Batman moments. Feel free to share your favorite Ben Affleck Batman moments down in the comments below. Let me know some of your favorites, and be sure to follow me on the Stardust app at Fred Film Fanatic, and also you can check out these videos on my channel. For more Batman related stuff, long live the Bat. Here's to another 80 years of Batman.